Shalom Aleichem. I wanted to explain something about what's happening in Gaza and in Eretz Yisrael, and it's as follows. It's not only happening in Gaza and Eretz Yisrael. We are in a civilizational war. This is a war of civilization. There is at the head of the Western world, at the head of what I call humanity, human beings, is the state of Israel, who is the most humane nation on the face of the planet. Never in the history of warfare has there ever been a situation where one side not only intentionally targets kindergarten children. They found military maps, military plans of Hamas. They had a list of kindergartens they wanted to hit. They not only intentionally target the kindergarten children of the other side, but they place themselves in their own kindergartens, hoping that their kindergarten children die. This is how deep, because they want to show, oh look, Israel is killing kindergarten children. They want to accuse Israel of what they're doing. Never in the history of warfare has there been more barbarism than what the Hamas represents. But here's the thing, it's a civilizational war. It's a civilizational war because they're not interested in killing all the Jews only. They're explicit. They want a holy war against the Western world. And right now, we see what happened. The Western world, in their good intentions, wanting to bring Muslims into their countries, and many of these Muslims are good people, of course. I'm not painting a broad paintbrush. There are many Muslims who are good people, but they didn't vet them properly. Many of these Muslims are Hamas supporters. And they're not just Hamas supporters. They're supporters of the notion that every Jew must be killed. And they're not just supporters of the notion that every Jew must be killed. They are supporters of the notion that the infidels must be killed. That's why these people you see in Sydney, Australia, gas the Jews. Gas the Jews. That doesn't have anything to do with the state of Israel. That has to do with barbaric Nazi movement. But they're not interested in only gassing the Jews. They are coming after every civilized country. And it's high time that we as Jews, you people watching this channel, I'm assuming many of you are Jews, and if you're Gentiles, you're more than welcome to give it a like, right? I'm sorry, thumbs up, like, whatever. But the point being, they're coming after civilization, right? That's really important for us to understand. These are barbarians. And by the way, you see now, everybody is taking making a choice. I saw, for example, a CNN anchor literally crying when she was describing what happened in Israel. She's making a choice to be a human being. But then you had Andrea Mitchell, Machshema. She was like interviewing one of the mothers who lost a daughter in this barbarism, and she was like putting her in her place, right? MSNBC, mental institution, right? So it's actually, so this lady, obviously she's a Nazi, right? I don't mean she has a Nazi flag, but she represents Nazi ideology in so much as Jews have been massacred. Why are you interrogating this lady in such a hostile fashion, right? She gave a very hostile thing. Are you in favor of the Israelis killing babies? What type of stupid question is? No, we're not in favor. Why are you asking us that question? You know, as like you're asking, are you going to a sheep and you say, are you in favor of sheep, killing lions? How are we killing lions? Oh yeah, we took a gun because we're trying to eat our babies. So that's okay. You understand, it's ludicrous. So you have Nazis on one side, or Nazi supporters, or Nazi sympathizers. I don't mean they have the Nazi flag, right? And you have humanity on the other side. I've seen so much humanity on the other side. I saw Donald Trump's former, counselor, Kellyanne Conway, I think that's her name. She was literally choked up. And I saw her being interviewed, and she was having trouble talking. She's a very tough lady, and you saw her having trouble talking. Biden, I'm not necessarily Democrat, Republican. I don't want to get into that. But he's giving Israel weapons, bunker busting bombs. Nobody gave Israel bunker busting bombs, which we can use to get the Hamas terrorists. So you see, you have humanity on one side with all of its imperfections, and you have barbarism on the other side. Make your choice.